Hello and welcome to my very first altitude warp tour. Basically, it's going to be a little mini series where I just give you a tour of all the warps here on Fjord and Grotto of the altitude servers. Obviously, I'm going to start with one of my own because it's mine. So yeah, without further ado, this is the Fjord Market, located on Fjord, of course. And where do we start? I guess the first thing you probably notice is the carpets. Lots of coloured carpets. Each of these carpets go to a different area of the warp to help navigate, because it's a bit messy in places. It's not laid out all square and straight, and yeah, people have complained, but it looks great, so whatever. So yeah, the carpets are there, so you can say if your shop is halfway down the orange carpet, you can be like, hey, come to my shop halfway down the orange carpet at the Fjord Market. Anyway, yeah. And the other way to navigate is through the stall registry, which you can see a sign for just there in your face, so people see it, but people don't see it. Don't know why I bother. And that is over here, where it comes to a map of the whole place. It has everyone's names on everyone's shops, and then here is a quick, fast description of what the person sells. This is a bit, I can't add a lot to it, so it's not particularly helpful, but at least it'll give you a direction to go into. If you're like me, you can just pull up a mini map and be like, oh, look, easy to navigate. If you don't have a mini map mod, you can always use the map, which you can find by using /map, and you can just follow the link on there, and then you can watch yourself walk to the place you want to go. Now you can navigate to your shops. Let me show you a few other features of this square. Now, straight ahead, we have the netherite exchange. Basically, I set this up because people were always asking to buy netherite and nobody had it. All the shops were empty all the time. And yeah, no one could buy it anywhere. So I set this up. So basically, there's a buy shop on the top and a sell shop on the bottom. So the people that do have netherite and are willing to sell it can sell it at the top to the buy shop. And there's, how much money is in there at the minute? 90,000. So that's a lot of netherite. And then once someone's sold to that shop, it drops down into the bottom shop, which is a sell shop, so people can buy from that one. And then we've got quite a lot in there at the minute. I think I put like $250,000 into this to fund it, so you're welcome. And yeah, as you can probably notice, it's less money to buy from it than to sell it. So basically, because it's continually making money, it means it can hold more stock. So the more people use it, the more stock it holds. Everyone wins. And then next here is just a few other little shops and some info. So we have my guide bookshops. So a sign shop tutorial, which I have recorded a video for, but there's also a book version. And the economy guide, which is a planned video as well. They're both $50, simply so that people don't buy them all out just to annoy me. And the ink is also quite expensive sometimes. I actually have an ink shop here where you can sell your ink to me. It's not much, but some people sell to it sometimes, which is nice. And then you have info on how to buy a stall, which is basically pick your stall, read the rules, DM me, and make sure you have enough money for it. The amount of people that asked to buy a stall and didn't have enough money for it, why? And next is a brief overall of the rules. I've actually got a copy of the rules here, which is a contract. So think it's 8 pages. It's so long. It basically just has all the rules in it, things you can't do, that sort of thing. And then when you're ready to buy your shop, I've got unsigned copies. These took so long to copy out because you'd have to physically copy every page. And then that goes into a barrel with all the others. Just in case you break one of the rules, I have confirmation that you read them and that you agreed to them, in case of any staff intervention is needed, kind of thing. Another cool thing about this is that I've only sold a couple of these actually. It's just a little advert space. Is where I'll give you a tiny little square anywhere you want. You can put a sign or a banner or a map art or whatever you want, really, just to help people navigate to your store. And then the only other thing on here is my Discord, which I have a link to in the description down below. And it's just a fun hangout spot for everyone on Altitude. We're not allowed to advertise the Discord in chat, so I have a sign for people to see, and I'm not really allowed to tell anyone about the sign because that's also advertising, but some people see it. Anyway, yeah, let's move on to the next square. This one is just a little bit of a public service, I guess. Basically free food, basically free stone, and a little nook. So there's a little bed here, obviously, and a chest, and then all the tables and that, just in case you need one and you don't have any. Even built that one into the design. I thought it was quite cool. Yeah, just simple stuff to get you going. And the last square is something I made for an event that I just did for the year's anniversary of the server. So basically, you can still use this. I'm probably going to leave it here and then just change some basics. But yeah, basically the concept is you go around the map, clean up all the old builds that look disgusting and nobody uses anymore, and then you can get really cheap shulker boxes that you can chuck stuff into. You can put the garbage that you don't want in the garbage cans, which I'll then go through and tidy up and all that. And then there's anything that's any good can go in here and people can just grab it. And the holes and stuff. And then firework shops to help people get around, and a shulker loader so you can, put stuff in or take stuff out. There's even a bed there. But yeah, anyway, that is the basic concept, and then everyone has their own shops. So I'm just going to have a quick walk around and show everyone's shops. So yeah, this one's been cleared out a little bit. They couldn't keep up with the demand. And you have this very, very cool one. I really like this floor. It just looks so cool. And no one's got that one. I don't think there's anything in this one. Oh, no, there is. Oh, wow, that's very hard to read. That's glass. Sugar box of glass. That's probably it. And I know there isn't any shops that way because that's part of the new expansion and no one's moved in there yet, really. You have this one, which has got some stuff in it. And Revs hasn't been done yet. It's just been sat empty for a while. And then you've got Abby's map art. So if you ever want to buy map art from here, you have to buy a ticket first, credit, and then you can swap the credits for the map art. Okay, awesome. That one's empty. This one's got a few bits in. And this one up here is crate items from Joe. You can just click on the shops to see what's inside. And over here we've got some beacons and some cool stuff that's useful. I'm pretty sure this one's still empty. Yep. Well, yeah, I've got this cool little tent here so people can, get in a bed, hide from phantoms for a moment. This one, which is empty. This one's empty. Is this one empty? No, yeah, that one's empty. Chaotic Vibrance, which has got elytras in it, very helpful. I'm sure they sell loads of those things. Gunpowder, iron. We've got another crate item shop, so you click on these to see what they are. Very cool. The whole thing is. Then we've got some more map art. Lots of anime girls. This is Star Legends. They're constantly running out of stuff, getting in trouble for it. This one, which I really hope they haven't made more of a mess of this. Oh no, they did tidy it up, that's good. Alright. And then, oh yeah, this one's cool. Axolotls. And then, I'm not quite sure how this works actually. It's quite cool though. I think you buy it and then you get it dispenses out one of the things that you bought using some fancy redstone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Very fancy. Yeah, some more shop there. This one was one of the first shops I ever bought, and it's still empty. I actually have a rule against that now, I'm pretty sure. We've got some more map art here. These are empty. Oh yeah, the bakery, which yeah, still doesn't have a lot in it. That one is an old one that I need to fix and resell. This one's empty. Yep, empty. This is more building materials. Have they added much to this yet? Oh yeah, they did add some doors. Yeah. Got this one over here as well. Which also goes upstairs as well. Had fun building that. It was a schematic, but I changed it a bit. And we've got goat horns. This one's teals. Of all the different types of goat horns. And then, oh yeah, down this one. Very nice shop. This is the injections. It's not finished yet. It's fairly new. Unis. This is another one that's fairly new. This is the new section, so hardly surprising. And the rest of these are empty, but something very cool at the end of this tunnel is the free crops and drop shop. Ta-da! This thing took me weeks to build, but it's so cool. I'll even give you a behind the scenes. So basically, it has lots of farms, and all the farms come out to these. Lots of pumpkins. Any overflow turns into bone meal, so nothing, you know, so it doesn't overflow, obviously. Oops, I accidentally. I hate iron frames. Yeah, and then you can. All the villagers here are made to trade with using the crops. So basically, you can come here and get free emeralds anytime you want, really. And then you've got upstairs as well. So you've got wool farms and an iron farm. That's poppies from the iron farm and some bee farms. Put that there. And yeah, some extra villagers for free emeralds, really. Wool for emeralds. And that is, I think that's almost all the shops done. But let me give you a quick behind the scenes, and I warn you, it's a mess, and I apologise. Right, so we've got cactus farm up there, bamboo with sugarcane behind it, and the villager farms. One of them has managed to break it and escape. He's down there now. Extra villagers there. And then up here, this is a mess. You see all the water streams come down to drop everything in there. And then up here we've got the bees. I had to reduce the amount of hives in it because they kept despawning and breaking everything. And at the bottom, if I don't fall off it, is the melon and pumpkin farms as well. Okay, now I'm just gonna walk back to the middle because it's easier. Boop. And we're gonna go this way now. Now I'm showing you the rest. And this way is Palm's fish shop. Very cool fish. I didn't even know most of these were possible. They're so cute. And then we've got my shops, which is obviously in the one with the little tower on it. Everything I sell here is, almost everything, is by the shulker. So all your building supplies, I've also got some copper there. And you can also, if you have too many sugar boxes, I've got a shop where you can buy them back. Grass, other variants, even buckets of lava. Because if you ever have like a nether style or underground build, you're going to want lots of lava. My wood shops, my spruce one is very popular. I have to refill that one all the time. It's actually almost full at the minute because I refilled it yesterday. I haven't added mangrove yet, but it's definitely coming. I just need to grind some more out because in order to stock these shops, you have to have like at least a lot of it before you can open it and to keep it stocked as well. We've got all the types of leaves. I've got terracotta here. I did have the other colours here, but then I just wanted to save on shops, so I just moved them over there. Before we go over there, we've got lush biome stuff. So all these are by like the stack, or except the moss and the normal leaves, which are got by the shulker, and the spore blossoms, which are one each. And yes, they're expensive, but do you know how hard it is to collect a decent amount of them? Very difficult. And then on this side is just some extra shops. I haven't done much with these, but I've got wool and also black dye, which I buy from spawn all the time, and then that's how I got so much of it. So people don't have to, if someone's got a big project that requires lots of black ink or black dye, you don't have to wait for your spawn points to go down before you can buy some more, because I already did it for you. And then we've got more map art supplies. So all of this sort of stuff is used for map art. If you do want to learn more about map art, I suggest joining the map art Discord, which is linked, well, it's not linked, but a link for it is on a sign at DSI and N64 Towers. Yeah, and then a few more things. I haven't completed this, obviously. To even fill a shop, I have to get a lot of the item to be able to open it because it's by the sugar. So it takes a while for me to get the time to get enough to keep. I mean, it's hard enough to keep these stocked as it is. But yeah, that's mine. And then there's I think there's just a couple more left to show you, which are through the tunnel. This is once fairies. Lighting supplies. Ooh, didn't notice you in there. Yeah. And I think the only other one down here is Palm's new project. Yeah, it's not finished yet. And yeah, that is everything. I'm not sure what else to show you about this really, other than thank you for joining me, and Also, I worked so hard on this market, you wouldn't believe how much time I've spent on it. But yeah, thank you for joining me. I hope to see you next time, and thank you, and bye.